the problem is that if tomorrow there's a magical way that you can catch everybody in doping, I don't think the world champions will change much. The extent at which they can perform will diminish, but you know, there's such things as motivation, hard work, and whatever. So I don't think it would change much the ranking. But the thing is that one of the things that doping control does is prevent excess. In other words, I want to be, so let's say tomorrow they say, you guys can take whatever you want, let's go, this is a spectacle, right? Then the guys, the wannabes who don't have talent would use drugs, and then they would be the, you know, suicides, depression, whatever. So I think it's in some way, there's some health concerns that would validate that. Because if you go see a rock band, do people in the audience care if the guy is on mescaline or LSD? They don't give a fuck. They just, as long as he plays intensely. True or false? So,
yeah. I haven't heard that.
And that's the thing. That's why for a long time they didn't really enforce doping the way they could, because a new way to pick up metabolites has been around since '94, but the IOC never pushed for that test. It's only when the Canadians in the Pan Ams in Toronto applied the technology that everybody got popped up. Before, a guy could go off certain orals 3 days before competition and pass the test. But when the Canadians started with a new German, or it's not new, it's new, so the better technology from Germany, they were catching guys who had stopped orals a year before, right? So
and the metabolites were still in the body.
Yeah, because they were looking for new metabolites, right?
Wow.
And then things that were detectable only for 3 days are now detectable for up to a year. And that's the new standard.
And so with these passports and stuff, people can be popped 5, maybe even 10 years later going forward. So they have to be careful. But people roll the dice anyways.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, they've caught guys from 208. So samples they tested for 208, but I'm sure if they tested, I mean, those samples are frozen. I mean, the Australians are pushing for retesting of all the Sydney doping control. And one of the reasons why they push for that is that a lot of Australians would get on the podium because they were 4th or 5th, right? So if you pop the top 3 in some sports, you know, it changes the world order. But the big countries go, no, let the sleeping dog sleep, you know.
Right.
But I'm 100% sure that if they tested Sydney Olympics, man, you would have a lot of people very disappointed.